Hi, my name is Ron Rutland, and creator of Crossover Gear. But if you follow me, you know every once in a while I'll post some videos of me working out with my kids with my basketball program at FBA, First Baptist Athletics. And I wanted to come on here and break down a couple moves, or one move in a couple different variations, to kind of show what I'm trying to teach with the kids. And if you're working with youth players and you're teaching them different moves, you know, the breakdowns of that move. In today's move, we're going to talk about. So with the spin move, usually you have a dribbler getting here, feet kind of come together and make this motion, okay? The important thing is that when you're talking to youth players, we want to make sure how we're positioning the basketball in our hand position and where we want to place it. So when we get here and our feet come together, we want to make this move. We want to keep our hand on top of the ball, pull it, and I like to place it where my back foot drops with the step. That way, if a defender's trying to reach in or reach around, 9 times out of 10, he's going to miss that basketball. I get here, drop it, and I'm picking it back up with my momentum with my left hand as I'm moving forward, attacking the basket. Now that works well if you have kids that are strong enough to pull this ball from here to here. A lot of times I work with youth, they're not able to pull that basketball. They're not strong enough to make that move yet. So the next variation of that to accomplish the same thing is a down dribble, okay? When I get to this position, I come here and then I down dribble back to this area. So it looks a little more like this. I'm still accomplishing the same thing. I'm still keeping the ball away from the defender. And now when I down dribble, I'm still getting it back in my left hand to attack the basket. So you have a spin where you're gonna kind of quote unquote carry the ball, or that down dribble for the kids or players that are not strong enough to pull it. Another variation of that with your more experienced players, especially as I'm getting closer to the basket and I'm in a driving position, I get around in here, then I want to spin. Now I will use a different foot movement. I will kind of split my legs and get in this position and then dribble here where I got a ceiling. So I know I'm only a dribble away from the bucket. I want to seal that play. So I get here, split, here, and I'm at the basket. Okay? And the footwork is like a drop step with the dribble. So I usually like to use that move as I get closer to the rim to really seal my defender. Now as your players start to get that down, another variation I like to show them is the half spin, right? So, you know, you got a good defender. Like I said, they're not allowing you to really face them up or giving you the space to face them up on the dribble. You kind of use the spin move maybe once or twice on them. Next time down the floor, they're kind of anticipating. You want to kind of give them a half spin. So we still drop this foot, but we're using it as a launch or a push off to come back to the same direction. I also like to make sure that I'm facing forward or the opposite direction with my back kind of to the basket to give them that illusion that I am going to make that same movement and go into my spin. So now it's going to look more like this, push off, and I'm back into the shot.